Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!
A very pleasant good day, curling fans. We're here at the Martensville Curling Club in Saskatchewan. It's the finals of the Martensville Curling Stadium International. Like McEwen versus Jordon McDonald. So happy to have you here with us on Curling Stadium. Sean Joyce, Matt Combs, and Haley are on the production.
Yeah, a couple of extra end games for us already today. Expecting another good one here in the final. And Mike McEwen, by virtue of going through undefeated so far, has last off here. Jordan's one loss was to Mike McEwen. They were in the same pool. So looking for revenge.
Manitoba native. Just squeaked by the guard. But here we have the first championship final.
14-8.
Trying to draw around the corner freeze here.
Kevin will be looking for the run back now, and this could
Just quite not quite getting there. It's a slide. Yeah, but flash, like even if the broom's in the middle, it's still not going to get there. Just like get this guy on. That little front. Yeah, I think it's this.
I'm
very happy with this setup.
You can see a piece of the shot stone, or the second shot stone, but if you pick it out, they're going to play the hit and roll behind the corner. Could play the run back. Could play the guard. This Where he's setting up, it looks like they're playing some kind of a run back.
Yep. Yep. Real hard. Real hard. Hard. Hard.
And run it back they do. McDonald lines 1 and 2.
You're not going to make the double when you just roll into it. I think you throw it. I think you throw it. Smooth peel. Just get a little low. Close. No. Go. He's somewhat big. Good shot.
Just catches the 1. Shot stone still from McDonald.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get the rolling behind. I don't know whether they thought they could get shot off that or not. It wasn't really down. The other stones are wide open.
So straight run back here for Gauthier. Jacques makes that, does lose a shooter. Runs down.
See, now it's everybody. Control. One minute more. Yep. He's good. Yes, yes. He's good. Whoa. Pow! Girl! Whoa! Girl!
Paramarsh Brothers sweeps this, and can they get it under cover? No, not quite.
Trying to roll back towards the yellow guard. Don't know for sure if he'll actually want to get dead underneath on this one. You get fully behind cover on the yellow. He might be behind the tee line. Off center enough that you might see McEwen also the draw down to it and see if he can still get his deuce here. They definitely indicated they were trying to roll towards the yellow. He ends up with a nose hit, and that gives this is Colton Flash one more time a chance to roll behind the red guard.
I think this is going to be in pretty good shape. Yeah, just dead stuffs it.
Yeah, roll the way across and under the yellow. Now you're in front of the tee line. It's, that 2 exchanges of hits there brings this high enough up in the rings that you can play this with no risk.
So McDonald's going to give this one a go. Chip it out, try to get underneath some cover here. Back and forth pretty close. Get the hit will roll far enough. Not really.
It spun back a little bit, so there's probably a little bit of air there. You try to roll behind the yellow one. The problem is then he plays the run back, and if he sticks it, you're forced. It's a long roll to get behind the red. After behind the tee line. Probably give it a go.
So you just like this as a hit and roll open, or do you try to bury?
No, I think you're trying to bury. I mean, if you make it perfect and you're behind the tee line, at least you've got him trying to play the freeze on the corner in the first end. He's got to make it good, or you're still going to have a shot for two, and you're always going to have a safe shot to score.
So Mike McEwen with his first in the open.
Lead up, whoa, whoa, girl, straight,
Cracks it. Will it hang on? No, it's going to spill all the way out.
Got to hold rings, or you give Jordon a chance to draw behind and get the force that way.
No discussion required here. Yep, that hit the side, Mark.
I don't think anybody was sure. Kevin asked Jack. Jack was, I don't know. I wasn't looking. He swept it far enough to get it out and then turned his attention to what they had to play next.
Last stone of the opener for Jordon McDonald. Really nice human Nicky with the last couple licks. Dead buried. So the force is on.
Does what you need it to do.
So for Mike McEwen, final stone of the first end. Gonna draw for a single.
Jumped this early.
Marsh and Flash. Trying to make sure it gets there. It's curling a lot. Curling a lot. Is it gonna get past the stone? McDonald, no, a steal of one for Jordon McDonald. He takes the early advantage. And that's how he can come back.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Brett, come on, man. I know Aztec's #1 for online safety training, but we really should be out here practicing.
I know, guys. I'll be right there. Just let me finish this course on gas detection. Wait. Do you smell that?
Get the hell out of here. Steal one of the first 10. McEwen has the hammer. And number 2 is the finals here in Martensville.
Ignored it last in and played for the box. This time he's coming around to play the freeze on the shot stone. Event, and you know, unfortunately for them, just lost the Manitoba provincial final, so they will not be getting to go to the Brier this year, but certainly a strong future ahead of them. For Mike McEwen, they were one of the teams that, by virtue of their year last year, they already had a spot guaranteed in the Brier this year. They also had a spot in the Olympic trials, finished second in the round robin, and you know, unfortunately for them, probably a little bit of a heartbreak. They lose the semifinal. Didn't have the chance to play for the finals, play for that Olympic spot. Yeah, and then you had to feel especially sorry for Kevin Marsh in the Hacks now, because after they lose that final, he gets back to Saskatoon, and his first game back in Saskatoon on Tuesday night, he's got to play against me. So then he's on a 2-game losing streak. That
oh man, yeah. And to your point, Jordon McDonald has had one heck of a year. We've had the opportunity to call a lot of his games this season. It's no accident that they're playing well. Rocks move here. Yeah. Still shot stone for McDonald between six.
Some overlap in the front. Probably got a few of those rocks. Just make sure he's got a stones in the 4 foot later.
So they can play from the outside or the inside. Which way do you go?
Well, the outside one leaves him a better path on the redstone. Red yellow in the house. He's got a shot at that later on. You could make the double and I guess you could do it on your side. Play the double PO and go to a corner guard. They're talking about. That's the easier double. The center line. It doesn't give you as good a look at the red in the house. Side of that, the other argument that in favor of hitting the two that are close together, though, is that they're the only ones that are on the center line. You get rid of the two on the center line, like essentially that stone that he's looking at hitting is a corner guard. Corner of the 4 foot, but it's still a corner guard. too. You do want to keep the shooter. If you hit it on the nose, it comes straight back and tries to let it go.
That shuffles the deck some.
I didn't quite lose the corner guard, but pretty close.
So McDonald just looking to put it back.
Yeah, and you saw him walk out there and take a look at just how high they want this. He's trying to put this in a spot where the double peel's a little awkward as well. Too high, you can double peel over the top of it back to the wings. If they're going to make it, they got to just straight double peel them. They don't keep coming back to do some damage.
I think as a skip, that was a walking up there and showing your team where you really, really want it. That's a good thing.
Well, it is, but part of it, you saw him tap 2 places, and he was looking down. He was trying to make the decision in his own mind. Where is the best place to put this? And, it's one of those things that you see it, I think, all too often where they just signal for a guard and they just lob it over somewhere. And sometimes, this is a good example of that, sometimes it really matters how deep it is. They wanted that one a little tighter than that, but double peel, it's an option for Mike if he wants to play it, because over the top of the one on the center line, and then it's coming back into those stones in the forefoot. Freezes with that. He's still got the run on either of the yellows. You probably play the tighter one. If you stick it, it's dead behind cover. Just enough.
Still shots down for McDonald. Try corner please, the one that was just thrown? On the inside, rather.
Not much good there for McEwen. That probably didn't quite curl far enough. I don't think if he ever got a chance to hit it, I don't think the red at the top of the floor makes contact with the yellow stone. That's why you have to be a little careful if you're playing any kind of draw or tap here. If the angle's not good now, you don't want to make it better.
Oh, makes the shot for the other guy.
I'm not sure they've got anything right now on that side, so I don't think you want to wiggle these at all. Even 12 foot's good. Playing that as a guard all the way, which is absolutely fine. It's hard to say for sure from an overhead, but I mean, if it's touching that yellow, it's only just barely touching it. You play right overhead. And right now you can't really see it anyway, so you have to peel guards here. You might.
You play back 8 foot weight and just chisel it?
That's what Colt was looking at. You're basically playing a split. Tap, tap, try to get the red into the button area of the shot. And the critical thing about this is you have to roll the shooter far enough so that there's no in-off on it.
Back line for sure.
Back eight to back line.
Back and forth with Marsh Brothers. Make contact, just not enough though.
Well, and ours with too much weight. Hit thicker than they were looking for too. It overcurled on them a bit at the end. Lost the line. Got a little bit thinner, your shooter rolls further back, and then of course you don't tap the one as far.
This is in a good spot. I don't know how Mike scores.
He plays the run back and tries to double the yellows and have it spin up and out of there.
That sounds difficult.
It is, but he makes those so darned often.
I know you surely want to call that for me, buddy.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily want to call it for Mike either, but well, he was still playing.
Might be what there is, right?
Well, he was still playing for another province. He made one of those like on an angle that it's one of those ones even the announcer as he gets reps, he saw that the front end should fall in front of the rock before he threw it, and he made it for a pile. There was the potential disaster, and it pretty much ended the game.
Well, that one's not good enough. Doesn't hurt tremendously though.
Could kind of play the same chisel. The problem is,
Loop around the outside.
well, yeah, that's the thing. The loop is always there. Like that chisel might be there with your last one. Coming off the red, the wide red, and into the yellow, it's definitely there. You'll hit the top end of the yellow, but it's hard to imagine hitting it so high on the top of the yellow to don't touch that red. And if you move it over a little bit, you could just create an easier rock to freeze to. I think the yellow is shot right now, and that might be part of what's playing into this.
I do think so.
This is almost basically the hit and roll on the top of the button. If you just touch the yellow one on the eye, you might be sitting two.
Quick yellow shot to me.
You don't have to touch it very much to be sitting two. I mean, it's possible you could move it out of the 4-foot altogether, and then you might be sitting three with that one at the top of the 8. You do kind of need to spin up just to take away that freeze. You spin up and over to the center line. Boy, I don't know what Jordan's going to have left.
Good, coming out this to some weight here. Hit it, roll it over, push it back, and you lie one for sure, maybe two.
I think it's 2. But you didn't spin over as much to the center line as you might have liked. If Jordan can make this freeze, I don't know if he can get it out.
Take another look at it there, Shawnee.
Boy, this is so close to perfect. I mean, he got the hit and roll across. If anything, you need to... Yeah, it's probably just more weight. Like, he hit it perfect. He hits the yellow, spins up. Just needed to spin another 6 inches, and I don't know whether this shot's even there.
So Jordon McDonald, one option only, draw the pin.
Still got it, Mike.
And they weren't sure they were by until it cleared it.
Just got by. Will they get far enough? Yes, they will. Great draw by Jordon McDonald.
Get the angle in, whether you played as an in-off or a slash, probably an in-off. So you bring your shooter in on the angle into the one on the 8-foot, into the one on the corner of the button. Catch the one that was just thrown. Boy, tough to make this for more than one. I mean, it's possible, but it's really tough.
Oh, my goodness. What a shot this would be.
You're going to lose the red at the back of the 4-foot if you make the shot. And it's hard to hit this at the right angle to catch both yellows. You could make this shot and still give up one.
So McEwen, final stone of the second end. Holding it out there. Off the inside, you drive it in, push it back, and you do get one out of it. A big old Plinko shot for Mike McEwen. He ties it up after 2. We'll be back from Martensville in just a moment.
Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
Alright, real talk for a second. If your snack situation hasn't changed in years, maybe it's time for an upgrade. The Chocolate Lab makes legit chocolate that's worth paying attention to. That's it. Back to whatever you were doing.
Welcome back to Martensville. All tied up after an absolute pistol by Mike McEwen. See if we can take another look at that.
On the sweep early. They knew this was very, very thin, and even then there's some question of how they're going to come off. You can see it come across. I don't know that it was ever there for more than one, because as it was, he had the angle to hit the yellow, but he would have had it to get both yellows out because they're both showing the forefoot. Honestly, give him out more weight. Let's put it that way.
We need to have a time trail behind it.
Yeah.
So here we are in the third end of the Martensville Growing Stadium International. That's on this Sunday. Championship Sunday. Second rack on the way from goal.
Feel hard. Feel hard. Feel hard. Feel hard. Feel hard.
Just wicks that guard, and that's a bad miss.
Are you parking directly on this? I think so. Still might split, but it's okay. We have two center guards lined up then. Might split.
Just thinking about guarding the red guard. I can't see enough of the yellow one to drive it back onto shot stone. Make them throw some double peels.
Should be a little bit more worked in this side. I like it. Line's good for high. A little hot. 352. Or 33. Or 3.
Delivery on the way from Marsh. It's going to be a high guard.
Not high enough. Probably get all three guards here, and if you hit it just right, you get the first red fairly well across the second one, slash it back on the top of the red, and get all three of them. And put it on the right side.
And you got the double peel.
Got the double peel, but he still left two guards up there, and if you overlap it, you still really can't get to three.
Here, just give him this double peel. That's fine. Take a 3 height.
That does the job. Even if you played the double, now you're never getting that yellow coming straight back. You can get all three guards, but you can't make the yellow come straight back.
Probably not killing the red, but I think that's fine. I like the shot. You're always going forward. I just want to move this to here. Yeah.
Here's Humanicki on the
Lead.
takeout.
Lead. High 10. Lead, yep.
softer, actually. But get a couple of yellows into the rings, I think. This wasn't the plan, though. He was trying to get to the red, move the yellow rock further into the rings, and probably get the shooter in as well.
He did leave himself a corner, which will likely never be used.
I mean, right now, if this was the situation for last rock, you might try running that in for 2.
High guard, this should be like full speed.
Colton Flash.
Oh, guys. 2, 3. Try to have the curl. 2.
Is first delivery of the third end. Here in the finals at Martensville Curling Stadium International.
Just keep curling it.
This to be up a little bit higher, but they've got to make sure they cover the overlap. Just got enough curl out of it.
Just by a skosh. Coach makes contact. Oh, that seemed unlikely.
Yeah, to leave it in play like that, but it's a good result. He got rid of the overlap at least. Still got a rock to deal with, but now there's a little lighter, but it makes things a little. There's the potential for a deuce, and so Mike has to be a little bit more careful now. The double peel could go back into the shot stone as well.
Nice wide shot of the Martensville Curling Club. Only game remaining, the finals.
You almost don't have to play the double field here. You could go directly after the tight one, try to run back. Well, it removes a variable for sure. Now, the problem is you probably can't run it back over the top because it's going towards that yellow. So you got to run it back straight. If you run it back straight, you're leaving a guard open.
Straight.
Run it back, and well, you didn't want to do that.
I guard the yellow. More like need a bigger set.
Guard the guard.
I think you need to go middle, Paul. But just, you want to keep it out there in the middle. It'll easily get there. What height do you have the same height as that other red one? 1 to 2. Okay.
Moving just a little bit.
Is it good enough, Sean?
Well, I mean, it's not without risk, but it's probably there if you wanted to try it. He's gonna play the double peel over the top of the yellow and try to get it that way. That works there with quiet weight. It's kind of an all-out shot. this is red across the top of the yellow that's just out in front, and then try to slash it back into that shot stone at the top of the 4-foot. And if you're really greedy, you try to stick it in the rings, and maybe have a chance for 2 here.
Trying all that, you might as well be greedy. First 2 on the way from McDonald. Trying to carve it over, make contact, it just goes over the top.
Probably whack that.
Time for McEwen. Hit the open one, you've got the force. Play the guard, you leave him the same attempt if he wants to try it, to try to get 2. But the come around from the intern.
I want to steal shot.
I don't know if you want to be as far back as Colton's indicated. That might leave a double for 2.
Yeah, no brainer.
If it ever come around from the intern and just be full 8-foot, almost right in front. You don't want to be in front of yours. You want to be behind the yellow, but even with dead in front of yours where you couldn't hit it on the nose and be shot, you might be able to see enough of that yellow to try the run though. I think with this ice, they're throwing the hit on the open stone.
That's the 3rd for McEwen. Makes the head stick and the force is on. Jordon McDonald, final stone. Team just looking to get his single here. Looks pretty good, is pretty good. Put 1 on the board for yellow. He'll have the hammer in the 4th end when we return on
Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
All right, real talk for a second. If your snack situation hasn't changed in years, maybe it's time for an upgrade. The Chocolate Lab makes legit chocolate that's worth paying attention to. That's it. Back to whatever you were doing.
Martensville. We're trading paper cuts here. Now it's McEwen's turn. He has the middle here. Number 1 and number 4. Now joined by Sean Joyce. Matt Hone on the production. Camera operator is Taylor. Thank you so much for joining us all weekend long. Glad to have you. And somebody will be glad to get a deuce if they could.
Yeah.
It's not really for lack of opportunities.
There might be another opportunity. The Blackhawks got the chance to get in first and underneath one of their own.
Daniel Marsh.
Way out there. I don't remember seeing a rock out that wide in the entire event so far.
Flash trying to carve it over. Can't get over a good ways. Get a depth under at least.
Only a little more than that, and here's the thing. This is still just the 5th. You can look at that run back all you want. You can't play it yet. You kill the guard, it goes back. This is the 5th stone of the end.
All over the guard as well.
It's not the line, it's the weight they're struggling with. But it's also been a bit of a challenge so far here in this final.
Back-to-back games. A little bit closer to back-to-back for McDonald.
One game out there now, and because of the sheet assignment, this sheet hasn't been used all day. A straight break before the game, so it should be fresh. Like first thing in the morning.
He's running back that though. Next double row is happening.
Let's see the first thing in the morning. They're not always that fresh.
Yeah, but I'm not sure it's really nice.
Big roll.
On the outside, that is me. Team McEwen lies too. Big hit and roll available for McDonald here.
Yeah, hard to ignore second red one in the rings when you don't have last rock. But this is a long roll to get in behind cover.
Olsen working this one pretty hard. They grab it, they hit it. Will it still far enough? That's pretty darn good. I don't need that.
Yeah, the beauty of this for the McDonald team, he gets the roll, comes all the way across, and not just underneath the first of the yellow guards, he gets right under the center guard. So really, because of where the guards are, for McEwen to try any kind of peel, he's probably got to play the double peel. A little surprised to see him play it quite that quiet. Guess he wanted to keep the shooter around.
So the stone's still there for McDonald. He's
Yeah,
gonna
it's you
guard
throw one
things
more.
up again.
Sorry, Dave. You throw one more center, and you're in the same boat. You're still needing a double peel. You get the double peel, there's a chance it's coming back. This is hanging out there, and it's a little long. They're worried that this is going to line something up. Oh, I think it did. But it drags enough if you want to go after it, or you could just play the port, play the roll behind.
The biggest argument for playing the drag shot is that you play before your opponent can.
Your opponent might not get a chance to. I mean, if you get the hit and roll behind, you're going to roll behind the two reds, and it's not dragging that much.
Through the port it goes.
They went to plan B at the end.
Does roll under the two reds. But yellow does.
You don't even need to drag. You just need to hit them in the line. It looks like they're already in. Maybe a nose hit, get a little bit of a drag just so that it rolls back towards the center line a hair.
Push these guys back. Makes contact, sends it back, and there you go.
Stadium Associates lined up, so now you might have to try to roll open. Thinking about the run as well, which could work. It looks like the yellow, the run back stone would go underneath and it's sitting there. Might be looking at a draw too, thinking he's got two ways to get at that yellow right now, and they can't take both of them away. You got the run back, or you can get to it directly on the open path right now. Boy, you briefly looked at the freeze. That would take a lot of guts. So they are going to hit it and roll open. This was the shot I liked from the start. You roll over into the 12 foot. It's hard for them to roll back to the shot rock. And that's been a struggle today, too.
Shooter goes away and didn't clear the rock you're trying to kill either.
Well, you're still buried. Shot rock, corner of the 4 foot. The run's a little scary. There's a possibility here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I hate this.
Well, and the other thing about this too, playing this as a run, if you're a little thin on the first one, you're coming across and you're actually going to disturb the angle on the two yellows that you like.
So Jordon McDonald on the run back. He makes it, and they clear it.
Good jam, but still able to get both of them out. I think that yellow one is the one that was just thrown is still enough in underneath the red, tighter to the rings on the red, that if you do make this get dead buried, he would be able to run the yellow back. And we've already seen him make that shot once in the game. Even though it's on a slight angle, you run the yellow back, stuff it, you'd have the force again.
And they get there just about the top four.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Best you could do, really. I think even if you're dead buried on the red one, I think he's playing this yellow one back. It's not quite dead straight back, so it's, it's a little tricky to stick it in behind cover.
Well, they don't stick anything, but they do clear out the house.
Yep. Makes for an easy decision here, though. It's a chance to simply drill this through for the blank.
So the fourth just shipping this one through. Blank goes in the books. Halfway through this final, 2-1 in favor of McDonald. McEwen has a hammer in the fifth when we come back to Martensville.
Yes. Curl in. Whoa. Oh, boy.
And we're back here in Martensville. It's the fifth end of the finals of the Curling Stadium Martensville International. Along with Sean Joyce and Hunter's our producer. Kelly is on the cameras. Take a look at the assembled masses here in Martensville as the teams take a brief fourth end break.
Gotta be really careful saying assembled masses at the end of the last day of the Bonspiel. Make sure you enunciate.
I pulled it off, buddy, but I'm not trying it again. And the players are making their way back out onto the ice. It's Mike McEwen with the hammer here in end number 5. Leading off and playing center field will be
The game is tight. You have to really think of, again, both of these teams, we talked about it all season, probably talked about it last season too. They're very conscious of odd versus even, and it's going to affect the strategy calls here in these last 4 ends very much. Hewitt's team has been one of the more aggressive that we've seen. He does like to throw the corner guards. Still looking at throwing it. He also seems to like to throw them a little closer to the center line. He wants to protect a piece of the forefoot. I guess in so doing, I haven't had a chance to talk to Mike about this, whether it's part of their game plan or not. He keeps these rocks a little closer to the center line, then they're available perhaps to be run in if you get something buried on the center guard.
Still not so bad that you can't maybe draw around to the court.
Yeah. He's got the option to get around that stone from either side. Really. You could go wide around it and still bury at the edge of the floor. Saw them do that last end actually. For a moment before he threw the corner. Still going to try to score his 2. He thought about it. He could just come around the center, try to play this through for a blank, and get 2 hammers to 1. But we talked about this in the semifinal. We had Jordon McDonald in the semifinal again. In a tight game where deuces have been a little bit hard to come by. Maybe take your deuce wherever you can get it. Doesn't matter whether it's the odd end or the even end. You can get the lead. Maybe feel better about trying to hold the lead than having to get a deuce somewhere late in the game.
Yeah, just score 2 when he can.
Yeah.
Hang on to the side of the 12. Wasting no time to dispatch this one.
Now, you playing the roll? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. All the way around behind the red. Long roll. Doesn't want to stay behind the red.
Dad's pretty straight with that high. Big board.
Big old roll.
Seen too many runbacks already this game to want to roll behind the other guy's guard. You want to get all the way over across behind your own.
So here's Marsh. Got the hit. Will it roll all the way over? No. It is smack dab in the middle. Here we go, just gets past the guard, still makes the hit's gonna flop all the way open.
Can't really play for the roll behind now. If you do, you'll be well behind the T line. So they're looking to nose hit it. They'll probably try to nose hit this one, hope that McDonald nose hit again, and then you'll be up. Might be able to make it across after that.
I rolled to the outside a little bit.
That's all right, because now, you know, if McDonald was to roll back behind cover, he'd be behind the T line. I don't think he's going to try to do that yet either. A little bit of roll to the outside, though, but it's still probably not high enough after this one for McEwen to try to roll across him.
Check, no check. Hit and stick right there.
McEwen probably needs another nose hit. And then McDonald might try it. I think it's high enough that he can roll behind the yellow after that and still be in front of the T line.
Don't know the way from Golden Flash.
Try it now because you rolled in far enough that it's only a 3-foot roll.
Hit and roll is never the easiest shot.
It's never the easiest, but when you can throw them where you're only trying to roll, 2-3 feet, they can bring the weight down and bring the sweepers into it a little bit more. Anytime you got to roll 5, 6, 7, 8 feet, hard to do that with bumpy weight. The sweepers can't have much of an effect.
Not going to have any there.
That's the opportunity. And now it's up high enough. Mike could try to roll all the way behind the red again. He's looking at rolling to the. He's looking at both. I'd be surprised if they call it.
Definitely didn't roll in there, Sean.
No, that was one of the options they discussed, though, and it's not horrible because now you're at least in line for a potential blank. And if Jordon ever rolls out here, you could always try to come around something and get your dues.
Taking much ice here.
No. Both teams have thrown a few hits out here already. They know they can hold this line pretty straight.
Still remains 8 foot. McEwen's going to address it.
Yeah, that ice, I think he's still trying to roll to the outside. Intent to play this through for the blank. Tough to, again, with where that is, by the time he rolls behind cover, he's behind the tee line, and you make it perfect. You force Jordon McDonald to play the freeze, and if he makes it, you're stuck with a single or a chance for one. You take the blank here, you got the hammer in 6, 2 hammers to 1, all the cliches you hear everybody talk about. Gotta stay though.
Good stay. Just goes.
There's an argument to be made here to go after the long ball. And if you roll too far, if you roll out of play, oh well, you're probably going to have a chance for the blank anyway. So Jay looking at both rolls. We already saw once. It was McEwen's team. Ended up getting the one in between, which seems to be the way it always works out. Halfway so you can get the long flat roll.
Coming contact. It's rolling. It did not roll far enough. Ninth attempt will be on the way.
I appreciate your confidence in me, but I don't think I would get 3
Blank is in the books. McEwen retains the hammer for 6 when we come back.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Brett, come on, man. I know Aztec's #1 for online safety training, but we really should be out here practicing.
I know, guys. I'll be right there. Just let me finish this course on gas detection. Wait. Do you smell that?
Never. Welcome back to Martensville. It's the finals here at the International, brought to you by Curling Stadium. Jordon McDonald pulling the one-stone lead over McEwen. Having the hammer here, throwing red in the all-sport 6th end. And there's been a lot of back and forth, plenty of missed shots too by both teams, Sean.
Yeah, mostly the draws. They're not having too many troubles with the hits, although they haven't always got the roll they want. The run backs seem to be almost automatic. Which is one of the reasons it's been so hard to get any points generated on the scoreboard. You get something buried and they just run the guard back and now your rock's gone.
Especially appreciate the opportunity to watch Brad Gushu come out and play.
This is interesting. It's a 1-point game, and McDonald, no attempt to even throw center guard. He's bringing both rocks into the rings. McEwen through 2 quarters. This is the kind of game plan you see when you see teams holding half the score. Half the score. Usually a 2 or 3 down type of situation. You throw the guard now to force him to deal with 3 rocks in the middle at some point in time. But yeah, you don't, it's just the way this game has been played. Like both teams feeling it's that close. You normally wouldn't see a game, you wouldn't see an end like this set up like this.
And we hope it's of interest to everybody watching as well. If you find it interesting, please subscribe to Curling Zone. Really appreciate that. It did overcurl by multiple fishes.
I think you can get to enough of that yellow, certainly to make the hit and roll, which is his first shot. You might even be able to get to it enough to touch both yellows. You don't have to kill them, but you get close to the nose on the yellow, catch the second one, push them both behind the tee line. Now, there's a couple of good options here.
If he like gets into track of it, and it's like this girl breaking
Well, they're going to get the hit, but the roll is going to roll. Will it get all the way out? No, it does hang on.
Yeah, it hangs on, and that's important.
Extremely.
Well, it's really tough. In a lot of cases, you hate to hang on that rock. But if you go make a play on that rock, it's really hard to make a shot with the next one and get something on the cover. So you really have to protect this first. But it's got the potential to end up on the scoreboard as the second point here this night. This might overgirl again. Well, when it's that high, I think it did. I think he chased that.
15 feet of distance there.
Guard's so high, it's not even in the overhead shot.
Yes, there you go. No light.
Golden flash is ready. As soon as they're sure they're by, They'll switch. They're not going to get by.
No, they did not.
They might get another one in the rings, though.
Oh, that'd be a heck of a bonus and really sneaky. Oh, there it is. That is on all day.
It's the same problem for McDonald. Again, it's hard to ignore all these red stones, but if you make a play on either of the reds, and he's going to make a play on the second shot rock, then McEwen's going to get a chance to make a play on shot rock. But with two reds in, you really can't ignore them both.
So, Jacko J. Rolled in, they lie 1-2.
I don't mind that. Or we can get on this. I don't want to.
Well, I mean, either shot's good. You roll deep to the other yellow stone around the corner. You're going to try to get. You're trying to convince Jordon McDonald to chase to the corner. If you're playing the whole in chase to the corner, you're pretty comfortable.
Oh, flash and roll, hit and roll here. A pair of marshes on the sweep. They get the pop. If the pop's way too far.
I wasn't sure about that when they switched to curl. They actually over-curled that.
Jordon McDonald now he can lie 2 under cover. Game of inches, Sean. Game of inches.
They couldn't carry it any further, though. They sweep that any further, it starts to come out in the open. Mike has room to come around it.
I can see just a second.
Chase. Hitting where the other one is probably just there. It's not going to look great from the hacks. With the weight you're throwing and what you're going to hit of it, you're probably not getting it out, but you pop it out in the open and have your shooter come back into that other one.
Just a little light here.
Position.
Flash is going to have to just paper this one. Marsh trying to move it over. They're going to just get a piece of it, but buy everything and leave McDonald still sitting 2.
It's not the end of the world, though. That yellow did pop out into the open. You could hit and roll off that into the corner of the button. So if McDonald's going to play a draw again, he can't be as high as he was in the last one, and they just roll underneath it.
Sixth in the play here in the finals. McEwen trailing by 1. The hammer. front end here.
Yeah, positioning on this stone is key. The last one was a little too high. If you're that high again, Mike will have the hit and roll in off the other yellow to get shot rock in front of the tee line behind a wall of granite. If you happen to slide too deep, you saw it on that last one, you couldn't really bring it any deeper, or it would have come out and open. And hitting it over the corner, that's like the back 8 foot would still give McEwen shot rock. Plenty of room coming by.
End up.
That's higher still. Definitely has room to get the roll underneath. He actually could still draw to the corner and shot rock. You could see him talking about that before the last one was thrown.
Yeah, you do that now, it gives you the benefit of having the intern left for your last.
Well, and it makes it a tougher decision for Jordan too. Like you play the one to the middle, the hit and roll, however you want to do it. Jordan's going to try to freeze to you through the middle, through the intern side. If he makes it, you don't have much room to try to score a second point. You make this come around. You've still got the hit and roll to the 4 foot if you need it. You got the intern draw. And hard to say what Jordan does to try to cut it down. Like he's trying to get this front 8 foot buried. He might try another run back, but there's a lot of yellows that something could jam on.
First stone of 6 for Mike McEwen. It's past the guard. All about the depth now. That's going to be just fine. Shot stone, Mike McEwen.
Really good. The run, which is probably just there on the red, there is the risk of double jamming it again.
Just try out, draw it.
Well, you could, but then where? You could actually play the hit and roll off the yellow. You could try to corner freeze to it. If you just straight draw around the middle, there's going to probably be a double off the yellow on the side. Come off the yellow yourself, that takes away that possibility. Then you have to wonder if you play the angle run in on the red. And you might. Going to play in off the yellow, so I'm throwing a lot of weight here. This is just a heavy draw, basically.
See Gauthier say where they want it to end up. Important shot here. Last from McDonald. Flips it and rolls over right to the edge of the 4-foot. Fantastic execution. And is there anything other than a draw for one?
There's the angle raise. That's what Mike's looking at. There's the 8th ending play it for sure.
I think in the 6th, trailing by 1, he had to just score here.
If that had rolled a little bit farther, I'd be more in favor of this because there's a pretty good chance you're making contact with it. I mean, Mike throws these so well anyway, but right now that yellow in the top 12-foot kind of looks like it's close to being in the way. I mean, it's not, but it takes away some of your leeway. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe anything that would have touched that yellow isn't touching the rock of the rings anyway.
I think there is enough room past the top one. It's just, that's a lot of distance.
Well, there's plenty of room by the top one, but the piece isn't bad either. Like it's close to half a rock. You make contact with the one on the 4-foot at all, you're getting 1. If you stick it, you're getting 2. He doesn't have to whip it, so you can bring your sweepers into it. He's so good at these. I knew he'd look at it. The 8th end he played for sure. He's going to try it here in the 6th. Half a rock is real close.
So Marsh is going to make sure he has it lined up. Here we go.
Might be a sliver on the thin side of a half.
McEwen, final stone of the 6th. Look for this long angle raise for the pair. Marsh holding it straight. You make contact, you send it back, do you stick it? Oh, baby, yes you do! 2 for Mike McEwen in 6th to take a lead over Jordon McDonald. What a great shot.
Yeah, and this is why he keeps playing these corner guards. He's not throwing them that wide. And part of the reason for it is it leaves him these types of shots, which he likes to throw them. He throws them very well. Judges the angle perfectly, dead stuffs it, and it's 2.
We'll be back with more from Martensville after this.
Aztec Safety is #1 for online safety training.
Aztec Safety is the proud sponsor of the Aztec Safety Challenge, the #1 event on the World Curling Tour.
And Aztec Safety has been a proud sponsor of Team Jacobs on our quest to represent Canada at the Olympic Games.
Welcome back to Martensville. That was a fantastic 2-ender by Mike McEwen on that long angle raise.
Yeah, he again, when he plays those corner guards tight out of the rings, he's thinking about those types of shots before the end ever starts to develop. Played the come around on his first, trying to keep the play away from the middle, knowing that he'd have that perhaps if a come around was made. And a little bit risky to play it in the sixth, but he plays him so well, he expects to make contact, and if he sticks it, which he did, he's got his deuce. He's got the lead for the first time in this game. And now he's just trying not to let Jordon McDonald have the blank here in number 7. It'll be interesting to see how hard McDonald is willing to push to try to get 2 here in 7. Is he willing to push all his chips into the 8th end?
Judging on the way he's played so far this weekend, I think he's going to go for it in the 8th.
Well, he didn't throw any corner guards here, so he's definitely trying to keep the blank alive. Mike, not really interested in having the blank, has thrown 2 centers.
Far better man than me.
Really gotta go. Mark, guys.
Just a sliver of a roll into the guard, just to leave an angle onto the yellow that's in the 8-foot. Well, he's talking about the double, too. You could blast. The double's thin. It was the last thing he indicated, so that's what they're going after here. Jordan's choice now. He wants to push this to the last end. He can play the double peel now. He's content to come around. Off that, yeah, he will. Those hits not bad here.
I'm seeing like good board.
I don't think Jordan could roll into the rings off of it. If he comes around on the outside, you've still got this to run back. Nose hit, or maybe a few inches towards the center line. Just stopped in time. That's pretty good, though.
Could try this now. I kind of like opening it up. Yeah. I think we're really close. Well, if you make this,
might have to clean up the center line a bit. You could make a play on the stone that was just delivered, but you're not going to be in the rings, and then McEwen comes around everything. You're in danger of giving up a steal. Hit this right, you could clean up all 3 guards, and then we're headed towards a blank.
And that does rearrange the hardware there.
Yeah, well, I'm not necessarily headed to a blank yet either. You've got now 2 corner guards, so a better situation for McDonald for sure. Literally a head scratcher for Mike McEwen. what do you do now? You don't want to really play a game of come around the corner guard very bad, but you peel, and you're definitely headed towards a blank. You'd like to see a score go on the board here, even if it's hard to say. Like, there's a lot of argument. There's a lot of teams, and Mike McEwen would be one of them, I think, under normal circumstances. You'd rather give up 2 here than a blank because you'd have last draw coming home. However, deuces have been very hard to come by in this particular game, so I don't know how he feels about it here. That might be where the head scratching is coming in.
Stay close, back 4. Hold it. Stay close here, though. Let's hold it back up. Oh, it's got to curl. Down. Back 4. Can you knife it? Knife it. Yeah, back 4. D-line. Distance, guys. It's coming down. Distance. Curl. Distance. Keep going down. Curl.
And it looks like McDonald's going to try to play for the blank here.
Well, it's not for sure a blank yet. If you could make the run back now, the 2 corner guards are both yellows. Like, this is, you make the run, the double. Your shooter's going to stay pretty close to right there. See, that way he rolls to the other side, but it's 2 yellow guards now. That's the key. So if Mike's coming around anything, there is some risk.
Well, just thinking, Leo's and infield, and then you put a guard around that guard.
Mike's not sure what he wants to do here. He's seen this McDonald team make so many runbacks already in this game. I don't really want to give him the chance to blank, but
Yeah, like if you're going to cover up this, you're cover right here.
Well, Mike doesn't get to complain about people making runbacks after that last one.
But this is the play. If you're going to draw. Yeah, I'm going either no or draw. I just think as soon as you make this, I'm seeing a play. Probably. I mean, you can run draw guard around that guard, and then he can't just get rid of it. Then he might just draw.
so this guy's nose hitting the yellow that's tight to the rings. That's not bad. Jordan tries to draw around the corner guard. It's so high. I don't think there's anything you can draw around that you can't chase.
He's got to draw the back lead, it looks like.
Yeah, he wants this deeper so that the run back is harder, and trying to convince McDonald to play a freeze. You can get him into a draw game in the back of the 8. As long as you keep matching his shot, it's going to be a single point.
Here's Colton back.
Line's great. Line is perfect. Line's great. Back forward. Things going. Pull it down. Oh, you got to curl, guys. Tight. Right here. I think we're there. Tight. Tight. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
You get a half under.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Is Jordan going to take the bait?
It's like a rock behind the T-line. So
Now, if he makes the run and sticks it, it's still behind the T line, so you might see Mike freeze to it again and try to get the force that way.
Yeah, away he goes. Another run back made.
Again. You have to make sure you're back far enough to get freeze onto it. You've got to be freeze again for sure.
Correct.
Backing. Colton's just barely time.
Boxes are like coming in a little wider. So, I think you're fine.
McEwen getting ready to settle in. And deliver his first of the 7. One final check with the front end, and here we go. Flash on the power clean here. Now trying to make sure it gets there. This is way out wide. They switch up to get March to try to bring it over. Can they get it far enough and deep enough?
Looks like less weight than Colton from the get-go. If Jordan sticks the run back, he's going to have a chance to score his 2 here.
Yep.
Yeah, I was looking for a bigger push, but then he didn't run straight.
All the insightful commentary I had for that.
Well, I could go back a few years and talk about when we used to play shots like this. We were happy if we made contact. He's really going to want to stick this dead behind cover, and he won't be happy if he doesn't. They expect to make these. They've been throwing the run back so well all day. That'll be good. That'll be easy.
McDonald on the run back here.
Oh, no.
Well, Sean Joyce this time with the commentators.
Yeah, I just want to be in a good path, that's all. I think you just get him level.
Give him a chance to try for the blank, so he's going to split the rings. We'll give him one. We're just going to give him a chance to play for the blank.
Is it outside his button then? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like top button. Yeah.
Brings it towards the draw for a tie. Or hit, whatever they like. Like McEwen.
Maybe a watcher? Yeah, it's a watcher. It's hanging right now, so head. They go real deep. Hey, wait, no, it's not a chance. It's coming down. It's coming down, guys. Coming down.
Like this to be dead even. It's pretty close.
Yeah, can't get too deep. It'll be the double, but it's not there. So the force is on. Jordon McDonald trying to make a single point here. Final still in the 7th. Back and forth action. It's perfectly good. All tied up after 7. McEwen has a hammer. Coming home in 8. We'll have a winner in about 20 minutes here on Curling Stadium.
Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree, come use us for real estate.
All right, real talk for a second. If your snack situation hasn't changed in years, maybe it's time for an upgrade. The Chocolate Lab makes legit chocolate that's worth paying attention to. That's it. Back to whatever you were doing.
Welcome back to the Martensville Curling Club. It's the finals of the Curling Stadium. Martensville International. All tied up. Jordon McDonald, McEwen has the hammer. Join the Red Stones here. Team number 8. Thank you so much for joining us today and all weekend. I'm Dave Schmel, joined by Sean Joyce. Matt Honan is our producer, and Haley is on the cameras. And Sean, it's been a lot of nip and tuck, but it just has to go with one.
Yeah, probably more tuck than we used to with 3 players on McEwen's team as well. And two tuckers. Well, I can't remember Fernand on McDonald's team how they throw. I believe it's flat foot. I think Dominicky is too. So five up on their toe anyway. 7 March, maybe you wouldn't call him a tuck. He's got that heel well off the ice. I know that's not really good, but I always like to point.
Yeah, but you felt like you had to.
Yeah, we gotta.
You beat a tucker. I can physically do it.
This is why they make the
Wherever you are, whether you throw a tuck or if you throw a flat foot delivery, thanks for joining us here on Curling Stadium. We love you all.
The early setup in this end definitely favored Mike McEwen. The 2 guards both long and staggered to do a double peel whenever they want to make it. Talking about making the play on the ridge right now, which you could do. Try to tap these right now. He's going to pull the double peel. And you have to guard for a bit. It is tough. So 6 of them. 6 of them.
Tuckers of the world unite.
Really needed to get to the nose on that.
guards, he says, be gone. Extremely high guards.
Probably have to guard the yellow. Guard the center line. They'll try to run it over the top of the yellow and get 3 rocks right away. You don't have much left to work with.
3-1 away right there.
He's not talking about, maybe he is. I was going to say he's not talking about freezing right there. He's talking about guarding that line. If you guard that line, they play the peel over the top of the yellow that's already in the rings and try to move 3 out of there. Might be a little bit worried about dead stuffing it on the red and the side of the button, but boy, you have to you move 3 of them, even if the middle yellow doesn't leave the ring, it just spins out into the 8-foot. You're going to have something fairly open with your last one.
Kevin Hart bringing fire. One, 2, 3, moving. There they go.
That guard needed to be in line with the yellows, so he couldn't play that.
Take another look at it here, Sean.
Not much more to say. I mean, I talked about it before they threw. That's what they were going to play. Now, where do you put the next guard? Maybe your best spot for a guard, rather than right on the center line, they're just going to peel that from the other side. You try to put something, so as the logos come on, if you put something right on the R in the rock channel, maybe just slightly to the straight line on there. But there's jams both ways. There's a jam in the rings, there's a jam on the corner guard. You're going to need a bit of a mistake at this point in time. And Mike McEwen, on the other hand, doesn't want to give you that opportunity. Now that he's got the chance to peel from the board side, they might be able to take care of the corner guard.
They're going to try that. Hope flash on the delivery. Just a touch too thick. Goes over the top. See where Jordan elects to leave this one. I feel like you need another guard.
Well, another guard's not going to help you because they're just going to peel it. I don't mind their thought about tap the red to the back of the 4-foot. Now the question is, do you need to play it on this one, or can you wait one more shot? I think if you're tapping it back, you can afford to wait one more shot. So then the guard, somewhere where it might jam is more important.
So if you tap it back, they play the double on the one in the rings.
You still got the corner to go around. I don't know if they'll try to play it straight back, I think. Could freeze to it, let Mike blast it out, then know you're going to go around. He tries the run back. If he misses it, you can sit 2 on him anyway. It'd be nice if we had the rock counter right, wouldn't it? McDonald does not have last rock here. He's only got 3 left.
Thank you, Matt.
I'm not sure what they're talking about as often as they're not talking about hitting. I think they're talking about coming around the corner and hoping that Mike, trying the run back, hits it just off the nose and rolls something closer to the center line. I don't hate this. This goes back to the same idea that I was talking about where, you're not going to have anything buried on the center line. So you're hoping to sit 2 and maybe hoping that Mike rolls out. So they're going to come around the corner guard for now. You hope the run back is missed. And then you still have time to decide what do you do, because you still got 2 rocks left. You don't necessarily have to hit the one in the middle yet. You've got choices. You could still play the tap back on it.
So talking about what this line does, because controlling the rolls has not been either team's strong point. And it's underneath. Second shot. Full 12.
So the run back might have to go a little closer to the center. I mean, you could hit this right on the nose. You don't need to stick it. You could hit it over the top a little bit too and maybe lose the shooter.
Hope flash. Just a heavy clean on this. Pushing back, running over. Well, now.
Yeah, now you're tapping back for sure.
So you're playing the little tap back here. What comes next?
Well, I mean, if you tap it back and make a perfect pocket, Mike's going to have to try to pick it. He'd like to take one of the reds with it. But if he doesn't, he's got a pocket to freeze into. It was interesting. He looked at playing this with the out turn first, but he's playing the in partly because you got to hit this ever so slightly off the nose. And playing the in turn like this, you're coming across it with the... you won't get the gear. You'll actually deaden the stone as it rolls off because you'd like to stay in front of the 2 reds a little bit if you could. You want to make the hit a little bit more difficult. Put the risk of a jam into Mike McEwen's mind at least.
So McDonald look for the tap back here. Taps it back, does set up a pocket.
Yeah, needed to tap it a little farther. Mike can probably hit this right on the nose. Get the double. You probably don't want to overlap the 2 reds.
On the way from McEwen.
Bit. Now you freeze the pocket.
Oh boy. And the plot thickens, Sean. Shot stone belonging to Jordon McDonald here. Put it right in that pocket.
Mike McEwen has to move the Yellowstone that's there to get shot rock now. And if you got one frozen in front of it. It's tough. Like, he might be able to come off the red into it.
Do you like this turn?
Well, he just threw this, so yeah, it's fine. He definitely doesn't want to move the yellow. He's got to be second shot.
So what of a turn of events here in our final in Martensville. Jordon McDonald looking to possibly set up the steal.
Probably touch the red back a couple of inches. Where's the pocket where it is right now? A nose hit might just send this up and around the horn. Just touch the red enough to leave the red yellow dead even.
Olsen.
Gotta hold the line. This is overthrown.
Where does it end up? Moved too far, I think.
You could get away with moving it as long as you had stayed on the high side, but there's a double available. Almost might have to make the triple. I think when you're making the double on the yellows, I think there's a pretty good chance your shooter is clipping the red. Now you do have that red on the other side.
Just got to kill the two yellows here.
I think there's a chance all three of the stones on the button are going. Doesn't have to. You hit about a thick half, probably enough to make the double and go over the top of your own stone.
So Mike McEwen facing a loss here. Final stone, the 8th for the win. Needs to kill both these yellows. Will it be able to hold it? It makes contact. And it stuffs it, and it's a steal of one and a victory for Jordon McDonald at the Curling Stadium, Martensville International, by a score of 4-3, Sean.
Yeah, outstanding game. I went right down to the last shot. Boy, with that big weight, that was surprising to see that curl. It probably looks like it caught them off guard, too, because they certainly didn't jump the sweep early. Jordon McDonald will take it, though. That makes him a champion. He'll take home the winner's check.
And you never are upset about that. And one thing we're not upset about is the fact that you guys joined us all weekend. We thank you so much for that. We appreciate everyone who watches us here on Curling Stadium every week. So, for our entire team, Sean Joyce, Matt Hone, and Kaylee, I'm Dave Schmel. Thank you for watching. Good evening.
Hey, Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!